on my wonderful grandchild. Start succeeding today. Today is your first day. Today changes everything. What does the past mean? It doesn't have to mean very much. If you're in jail or you get thrown out of school or you're out of a relationship or you get fired from your job, whatever, bad, good, you went to Harvard, whatever, at some point you got to say, okay, today is the day and I never have to look back. I only have to look forward. So what do I have? I have a goal. I have an objective. What do I want? You probably want to be financially independent, to have enough money to pay your bills and spoil those you love. Of course you want that. You want to be able to spoil those you love. You want to be able to take trips. You want to have a comfortable retirement. You know, how the hell no one is going to come up to you in the street and hand you a bag of money? I mean, if they do, you're probably going to be involved in a crime. So, you don't want to do that. You have to be self-reliant. You have to have goals, planning, objectives. Okay, so you have that, I want to have a successful life. Now, how do you do that? Well, we say, you buy your 4 condos. You buy 1, 2, 3, 4 condos. That's something that everyone can do. Now you're saying, well, I'd rather buy 2. Whatever you would rather do, you do it. If you're an expert on the stock market, God bless you, do that. If you're an expert at restoring antique cars and you can make a lot of money, do that. Have a goal, have an objective, work on it every day just a little bit further, and then be thinking about, how am I going to buy those condos? How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to do your research. Figure out how much these condos cost. Figure out how much you have to put down. How do you do that? Well, you go and you start to talk to lenders. How much do I have to put down? 10%, 20%, 25%, whatever they say. I mean, if you're buying a condo for yourself, you may be able to buy it for as little as 3 or 5% down. Okay, now, how do you save the money? Well, you got to work. You probably have to work 40 hours to pay your bills. Okay, so then you got to work more. You got to work 10 hours in order to have an investment fund. Okay, so you do that and you make, $2,000, a month, $20,000, whatever it is. You start and you work on it. You say, well, I'm a lawyer. I can, God bless you, then go out and start buying these condos immediately. You will not regret doing this. I can't teach you everything because I've already written down all of the stuff and how to do it. It's all on my website, success.org, success.org. That's where you're going to find the 5 courses in entrepreneurship, motivation, self-defense, real estate. Plus, you're going to find that great app, the Success app, that summarizes everything. You can have this thing on your phone, pull it out, read a couple of panels, get motivated, move on. That's something that you can do today. You could do today, you can think, how much time is it going to take me to go to success.org and see what this old SOB is talking about? I mean, is he full of it, or is there valuable material there that I can put into my life? Because the important thing is not what I'm saying. The important thing is what I'm saying to you, so you can form your own objectives and plans and have your own success philosophy. You got to find out what works for you. So I'm giving you all of these characters and all of these stories in these courses of people who have started basically with nothing except I'm going to succeed today mindset, and I'm going to go a little further every day, and then you're going to see what they do and the obstacles that they meet and how they circumvent or get over those obstacles and keep moving forward and have a very successful life. What can you do? That's what you can do. You can have a very successful life. And then, you say, well, okay, when you're busting your ass, if you're driving the extra 10 hours for Uber in order to get the investment funds, okay, that's what you're doing. But you're driving around, you're thinking, I'm doing this for myself and my future and my retirement, but I'm also doing this as a legacy for my family. Because I'm going to have these, the people are going to pay me for the next 20, 30, years the rent every month, every month, every month, every month. And then, the legacy is you hand these on to your kids, and then, the rent doesn't stop. People keep paying. So as you're driving around and saying, oh, Jesus, and you're getting frustrated, you think, I'm doing this for myself, but I'm doing this also for my family, for my children, for those I love. I'm doing this for all of us, so we as a family can do this. There are families who go to Disney once every 5 years, and there are families who decide, we love Disney so much, we're going to go there every year. Okay, which do you want to be? Do you want to be the family who has a lot of options so you can take vacations and do things? Well, you got to get off your ass and you got to work. It's even better. The perfect thing is to be an entrepreneur and have your own business, and then you can decide how hard you're going to work, what your pay is, what your hours is. That's the best thing. And what can you do? There's we have that story I love about the lawnmower. The kid gets the old lawnmower. He starts knocking on doors. May I mow your lawn? Mows the lawn. Has a customer for life. Gets referrals. Bing, bing, bing. Goes on. And that's what business is. Okay? Maybe you have a bakery and you say, well, I'm going to run this bakery, but I'm going to understand what my competition is, so that I know that I'm really a good bakery, and I'm not afraid to tell everybody, tell everybody that I have a great bakery. And then I'm going to study all of the great bakers where are they? In Germany, in France, or, wherever they are. I'm going to try to study their methods so I can get better and better, always a little better all the time. How do you become successful? That is exactly the way that you become successful. Well, for a quality product or service that the market demands and charge a fair price, appreciate your customer, always say thank you and ask for more business. Copy success. Find people who are successfully doing what it is that you want to do and then do what they're doing. Come on. This is all there for you. This kind of thinking, success.org. I want this for you. I want this for you. That's my legacy. I'm your Papa Bill.